right, good morning, folks. We are on day four of our been to Alvord Overland trip. Edward's outside. He's just kind of getting some stuff packed up, getting his gear together. We're actually moving a little bit slow this morning. It's already almost 8 o'clock, and we usually like to try to be completely packed up and ready to roll by this time, but yeah, kind of spent a little bit of time backing up memory cards, did a few things this morning, just kind of relaxed, had some coffee. But we're going to do a quick breakfast this morning because we are on it to get out of here now. So what I'm just going to do is I've got some of these pre-cooked breakfast sausages that I got from the grocery store. I've got a yogurt and some granola. We're going to take a play out of Donald's book with some yogurt and granola, but I can't just do yogurt and granola. I got to have some kind of fat with it. So we're gonna do sausage, 2 sausages, and then yogurt and granola. All right, well, that's breakfast ready to go. So I think I'm gonna pound this down real quick and then we're gonna hit the trail. Today we've got some sections of the trail that's not necessarily my favorite, a lot of power line road and some cattle guards that we gotta go through, a lot of cattle gates that have to be opened and closed. But we're gonna end in the Hart Mountain Refuge, which is some of my favorite part of this route. All right, you ready to roll?
Roger, let's go.
So as I mentioned earlier in the video, this first part of this particular segment, you are running along a power line. Now, there are still some really beautiful views, and if you're lucky, you might even still see some wild horses out running these plains. But like I said, it's visually, you know, because of the power line, it kind of puts me off just a little bit, but I try to ignore it because like I said, there's still, if you look off to the side, some really beautiful, you know, just wide open, awesome desert country. Now, if this doesn't sound like something you want to mess with, you can take the highway, jump around this, and jump back onto the route further down. If you want the full experience of doing the complete route, then you should take this piece of the segment. All right, guys, I know it's a bit on the windy side out here, but I just wanted to show you this amazing view we have up here. We're starting to get to the point where we're gonna move away from the power lines, and we're gonna head off into these mountains over here. But man, absolutely gorgeous view. I have to admit, since I routed this route back in 2019, I haven't done this section. I've kind of just gone around it. But now, after doing it, I like it. I actually really enjoyed it this time. There's a lot of beautiful views. Yes, you're running along a power line, but man, there is a lot of amazing country out here. So I encourage you that if you're interested in doing the Bend to Alvord, I know I mentioned that you could get around this section, but I think you'd be doing yourself a real disservice if you chose to. All right, guys. Well, we decided to make a quick detour. We stopped at the little store here in Plush. They do have fuel here, so if you find that you're getting this way down the line and you're wishing that you maybe had more fuel on board, you can definitely come here. They also have burgers inside and some groceries, so definitely you can stop by here if you need to get some more supplies or you need more fuel. How's that burger?
Filling. Look how big this thing is. Bacon, 2 patties, cheese, everything. Yeah.
All right, so we're all filled up. Bellies are full, tanks are full. The little store there at Plush, the great burgers. So definitely, if you're doing the route, it might be worth your time to just swing on over there. It's just a little bit of rerouting to get over and, fill up your tank and also, get a burger. They have some groceries and then also like small propane tanks, like if you got the Coleman tanks, but they can't fill big tanks. Now, another thing you might notice there at the store is on the roofs, inside you'll see a bunch of dollar bills. When I originally routed the route, I did stop by there and there is a Primal Outdoors dollar bill somewhere in there. I don't know where it was at. I couldn't find it today, but they said that if it was put up there, it's still there somewhere. As we ascended up into the Hart Mountain Refuge, I noticed off to my left that Flagstaff Lake was completely empty. Those that followed the adventure when Donald and I did the route just last year know we camped next to that lake and it was full of water. This goes to show how different things can be along the route from year to year. Last year, Donald and I had a gorgeous evening with an absolutely stunning sunset. This was also a perfect example of how quickly the weather can change this time of year. We went from 70-degree t-shirt weather to frigid snow and wind the very next morning. This is exactly why I err on the side of caution, top off my fuel and water supplies at every opportunity. So what do you think of this, Crocom Outdoors?
This is freaking beautiful. I didn't expect it to look this way out here, but with the snow-capped mountains in the distance and just the scenic road, man, it's definitely an awesome adventure for sure.
All right, guys, well, we made it to the hot springs, and one of the nice things is nobody's here, so that's a nice plus. This is where the hot spring is. It's right behind this wall here. One of the things I don't really care for this particular hot spring is because of this wall, it's nice when you're in it, but you can never see who's in it or what they got going on in there. So you always have to kind of creep up on the thing like a creeper and look over the side. But here you can kind of see down inside the hot spring. But it's really a really nice spring, and it is nice that it does have this wall. You can see Ed is doing some filming, but it is nice that it does have this wall for the purpose of keeping the wind off of you when you are in the hot spring. So anyways, yeah, we're going to enjoy the hot spring for a little bit. It's cool that nobody's here, and then we'll go We're gonna go somewhere else to camp tonight. All right, well, we are done with the hot springs. That was actually really nice to be able to soak in some hot water after a few long days on the trail and everything. But yeah, we're gonna settle in. We actually decided that we are gonna stay here at the hot springs camp. There's nobody here, so it just makes sense. It's nice and level, and the other nice thing about it is we're kind of down in this valley, and it's pretty windy up on top in the plains areas. So being down in this valley, it will be really nice to kind of get out of the wind, and we should be able to sit back and enjoy having a campfire and everything tonight. So for me, I think I'm going to call this video an end. I'm not got big plans for dinner tonight, so I think I'm just gonna, I brought a few canned items so that way I could have a couple simple dinners, make it easy. So we're just gonna put either, I got some chili and some stew options, so I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be one of those just in the cast iron skillet on the in the cook stove right here in the van. But then we're just going to sit out and enjoy a campfire and probably relax a little bit. But tomorrow I do have plans for a breakfast, so you'll have to stay tuned for the next video where we'll make some breakfast, and then we'll continue on with day 5 of this trip. So anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, please do give it a like. Got any comments or questions, leave those down below, and we'll catch you guys again outside.